They thought it was a lot of fun. They really loved interacting with him. They thought he was a great person. I'm not sure. I think Xander understands kind of who James Milner is. I'm not sure River does quite yet. What an opportunity it was. As a matter of fact, as we were kind of getting ready to, River did the early session, Xander did the later session. And so I was there with Xander, and afterwards we were kind of getting ready to leave, and I'm like, and he was like, no, let's go. And I was like, well, if you think about it, how many times in your life, this open session is going to be a lot smaller because a lot of people are leaving, and you're going to have a lot more kind of one-on-one with James Milner. How often do you think you're going to be able to have that sort of thing? And he goes, yeah, we're going to stay. He changed his mind right away when he was thinking about the opportunity to kind of get some one-on-one with somebody of James Milner's quality. And he was like, yeah, let's go back and do the open session. I really want to do that. They loved it. They really liked talking to him. They thought he was really nice. And then I also liked how when they were doing drills and James would come in and say, hey, here's an idea. Hey, let's think about doing this, or let's think about doing this. His career brought a lot of cachet to that. Like, they understood that this wasn't just somebody saying, hey, you might want to try this. This was somebody who knows the game saying, you might want to try this, and you take that seriously because you know he knows what he's talking about because he's been there. He's been through the grind. I also think it was really good for them to see that it isn't all just playing games all the time, because you don't see how these guys practice, how hard they practice. And to see him out there practicing with the kids and showing that he practices and he practices these things, I think showed them that it's something that they need to do if they want to continue on in the sport, is to continue, that practice is a big part of it. Absolutely love it. I haven't heard of, outside of maybe local teams having, local pro teams having somebody available, of somebody being able to bring somebody, from outside the state, let alone outside the country, in to work with kids at a camp like this. I mean, the closest thing I even had growing up was when I was playing basketball, and I did a camp with some University of Utah basketball players, and then afterwards, Jeff Judkins grabbed about 20 kids and had his own camp with us. And that was amazing to me, just to have that, let alone somebody of international standard come over and coach the kids. I haven't even heard of anything like that. Oh, absolutely. They had so much fun, and interacting with one thing that was nice too is they got to interact with other coaches with the club, and so they got to know the coaches a little bit, and so that way, as they get older and things change, they know who the coaches are, and they got to spend a little bit of time with them, and they loved all the coaches that they were interacting with, and so I think they came away feeling like it's a really good place for them to be in this club right now. I thought it was fantastic. I think the location was really good. I love those fields, except for the mosquitoes, but not much you can do about that.
Yes.
And but the day, the timing was good. September's a great month. It's usually pretty nice weather, and so it was gorgeous days. I think it was well organized in the sense that the kids knew where they needed to be. They knew the drills they were doing. They were well explained. The kids were able to do them. They were getting correction where they needed to have correction, but they had a lot of fun too. Xander made some new friends when he was there, and so it was something that he'll remember, not just for the soccer itself, but it was a really good just kind of event in general for him.